I'll run through seven benefits of marriage quickly. Today, just intro, like I said. Number one, this is why God created marriage, is for two people to complement each other. Complement with the E, not with the I. Complement each other. Ecclesiastes 4, you see it there. Say two are better than one, they'll have a better reward for their labor. So the whole design of marriage here is that two people work together. God created marriage because you are better when you are two as opposed to one. Two are better than one. You are better when you are two. Both of you can actually help yourselves and work with yourselves. You can scratch each other's back because your hand wasn't designed to get to your back. Are you here, somebody? Your hand wasn't designed to get to your back. Your eyes are only on one side of your head. You complement each other. You work with each other. Number two, marriage also develops your character. Some of you thought you were very caring until you got married. You thought you are very selfless. Marriage will show you your true character. Marriage will test you. Are you here, somebody? There are people that say, oh, Pastor, I don't know how I'm feeling nice. Anybody that married me will enjoy it. Wait. Marriage will test your character. One of the reasons God designed marriage is to help us be more like Him. Do you know all the things God puts up with? Do you know how many times He forgives you? You promise Him that, Lord, I won't do it again. If you save me from this one. If I see my period. Sorry, that's not. I'm in the wrong. This is not the wrong audience. I'm supposed to say that. We're in church. I'm saying it in the wrong place. Sorry. But you know those prayers I've made? That Lord, if you save me from this one, I swear, I won't do it again. Have you done it before? And you know most times you still do it again. And you've never heard God say, I'm done. That's why marriage is not for boys, it's for men. Say, I want to marry. Say, you want to be like me because the church, you see, that I'm saying, that was only the foundation. The church and Christ. Christ died for His bride. You are sure you still want to marry? Christ died. Nowadays, men just say, I'm dying for you. No, Christ didn't promise. He died. It's not dying. He died well and was buried. I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm saying. So ordinarily submit, you can't submit. And die, you won't come die. That's why they compared it. Marriage tests your character because it makes us behave like Christ. Makes us behave like God. That do you know God's antidote for any problem? Do you know whenever you have do you know what God's solution to every challenge is? Love. If you're misbehaving, is love. The only medicine He has in His cupboard or in His first aid box is what? That's the only thing He has. You know, there's people that think God is punishing sin. There are people that think like that God is going about. But if God punish you, you know when we say God punish, if God punish you, you won't be here to tell us. Say God will punish me. You say, I'm afraid to enter plane because I'm a sinner. If I enter plane, it will crash. See, if God was killing people that are committing sin, before you reach your turn, many people don't die. And many people shuttling plane. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. You don't understand? Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, that's not. I'm saying all this in the wrong place. Are you here, somebody? Because there are many Christians walking about thinking God is carrying one big stick looking for them. If God was punishing people, if they say God punish you, you won't be here to be telling us. Because there's only one punishment for sin. Only one. It's death. There's no half punishment. There's no flog. It's death. So if God punish you, you won't be here. And people could tell us, say God punish you. Not be you who tell us. Is somebody getting what I'm saying, sir? God's only remedy for everything is love. You are misbehaving, love. God so loved the world. Not even church, the world. That mad person. That's why as a Christian, you must understand how to use love. You see, and you know what, Pastor, I'm going to start running up. Do you know everything they've asked us to do in marriage is what they've asked us to do as Christians? That's why I don't know why a Christian doesn't have a good marriage. I don't understand it. Because everything they say we should do as Christians is exactly the same thing you're going to do in marriage. In fact, you practice with other people. Then you do the main thing with your spouse. Other people is rehearsal. If you're in a church like this and you're not in a service unit, You're already practicing to fail. Because what is marriage? Is one person or two people serving each other. So if you serve in church, you are practicing. You are joint ushers. You do like this. You wake up from your house early in the morning, wear your high heels, and you stand on one spot for 2 hours in 2 or 3 services. And you smile even when your ankles. You see, you are learning marriage. You are learning marriage. And you smile. And you point them to their seat. And you know there's some stubborn people. As you point here, they go here. And you still smile. It's okay. You are learning marriage. You are taking care of other people's children in the children's church. And those people never come to say thank you. In fact, they even complain that my baby even poo-poo didn't clean well. And they are not paying you. You're already practicing marriage. They are testing your patience. Somebody getting what I'm saying? Everything they asked us to do as Christians, they say forgive those that offend you. You practice it with other people. As you forgive them, to be easy to forgive your spouse. If you have not been practicing it, it will be tougher to forgive your spouse. I remember that man that called this pastor, said, Pastor, I'm not marrying again. I want to divorce my wife. The pastor said, brother, the Bible says husbands love your wife. He said, she's not my wife. She has been staying in the next room for months. Pastor said, the Bible says love your neighbor. He said, she's not my neighbor. She's always insulting me. He said, love your enemy. It's there. God's only solution for every problem. It's love. Your child is misbehaving, love. Somebody is angry. Do you know some people treating you badly? Do you know what they are looking? They are lacking love. So when they now treat you badly, you now make the mistake of giving them fire for fire. When somebody just for no reason is hating you, you must realize that they first hate themselves. You need to pity them, not fight them. You need to hug them, not push them away. They lack something. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? And you know what? It is people like this that also enter marriage. So you need to learn to be accepting. You need to learn to understand. You need to learn to hug. You need to learn to be patient. You need to understand that your spouse is coming from a challenged background. All of us as human beings came broken. And that is where the challenge is. The design of marriage is perfect. It's just that the people building it are broken. So you must be patient. This is why you must enter slowly. Because you're also going to come out slowly. If you ever need to come out, enter slowly. And if you're getting what I'm saying. Perspective. I have a message my wife preached with titled, You Don't Need a New Spouse. Because at every point in many marriages, you get to the point where you think, I think I need a change. I think I married the wrong person. Most marriages get there. Some get there in the first 1 or 2 years. Some get there in 5-year mark. There are different marks like that. So it's from one of my books I'm working on titled, You Don't Need a New Spouse. Because many people get to that point where they think I need a new spouse. Listen, you don't need a new spouse. You just need a new perspective of that your spouse's problem. If your husband grew in a house where the father was like the king of New York, the father was a terror, where if the father horns from the express road, everybody goes under the bed. He's already lacking emotionally. He cannot give what he does not have. Somebody getting what I'm saying? I was in Dubai some years ago, talking about perspective. I was in Dubai some years ago. Went to watch football, Champions League. So it ended, Dubai is about 3 or 4 hours ahead of us. So it ended 9 or 10 o'clock our time. So Dubai time was around midnight, 1 o'clock. So I entered the taxi back to my hotel after watching Champions League. And the taxi driver that was driving me was chewing gum loudly. The most irritating thing ever. And he was shaking his head as he was chewing it loudly. The guy was annoying me. My blood was hot. I thought I could endure it. I thought it would soon end. But the guy was chewing the gum throughout the trip. After a while, I could not take it anymore. And I said, what is going on? What are you doing? I was angry with the guy. You can't carry a passenger and be behaving like this. I was so angry. And me, I normally like sitting in front. I don't sit at the back on taxis. I sit in front. So I was beside him. So I was very irritated. What are you doing? The guy said, this was around 1 a.m. The guy said, because of his shift at night, he normally sleeps during the day. But that this day, he couldn't sleep. So as he's driving me now, I said, be chewing. Start chewing now. Loud. Chew loudly. Let me be hearing you. Let me be hearing you. Be chewing. Because I'm not ready to die. Chew loudly. Do you see, sir, that suddenly that chewing was no longer as irritating? I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So for those of you that are married, before you get angry, ask why. If you can get to the why of some things, it will be, you can endure it. Do you know your feelings never operate on their own? The mistake we make is to submit ourselves to our feelings. You say, this is how I feel. Look, your feelings are real, but they are not always right. They are real. Because some people think when we are talking like this, we're saying your feelings are not. No, we agree with your feelings. I was irritated. That was a real feeling. But it's not always right. It's not permanent. Your feelings don't control you. They are not meant to control you. Feelings are good fuel. It's a good fuel. It's not a good driver. It can't lead you. You should give it direction, then you fuel it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Did a series titled Emotions like that. You need to understand, your feelings are real, they are powerful, but they are not always right. Your feelings are just a product of your thoughts. So if you can change your thoughts, you will change your feelings. The moment that guy gave me that information, my feeling of irritation changed to motivation. I began to motivate him. Chew loudly. I want to hear you. You see, that sound of chewing now guaranteed my safety. It changed how I saw the chewing. But if I didn't get that change in perspective, I can come down from that cab and say, I'm not doing it again. Not knowing that if I had administered love the way Christ would do to the church, that relationship can be saved. Are you here, somebody? This is why marriage is not for boys, it's for men. It's not what you thought. The picture they paint you is wedding. Wedding is not marriage. The wedding is a few hours. The marriage is for life. The wedding is for people. The marriage is for two of you. It's people that weddings for, not for you. Marriage is one that is for you. People are not in the marriage. Somebody getting what I'm saying? Your pursuit, if you can control your thoughts, it will change your feeling. Your thoughts, and let me round up by saying this. There's so many things to cover. For those of you that are still single, that's why you must be clear on what is attracting you to the opposite sex. Anything can attract you, but it's all based on what you have been programmed to believe. Many girls always tell me, oh, Pastor, I want a tall man. He must be tall. So we marry the short people. Pastor say, help us. Oh, we marry the short people. He said, you want to? And I asked them, I said, why? Why do you want tall? You start hearing funny things. I want in the picture so that you look tall. I want when I wear heels, I will not be taller than him. I want. So I usually ask them a question. I say, so have you dated somebody taller than you before? He say, yes. I say, where is he? Do you want tall and unreliable? Or short and reliable? Do you want tall and it doesn't commit? You see, that idea is something you programmed yourself. And the moment you change your thinking, your attraction or emotion will also change. Your feelings are something you can change. You have been building castles like that in your head. And if I show you a brown bag that has no name, nothing will move it for ladies now. You won't be excited. If I suddenly tell you that bag is an LV bag, you see, suddenly your emotion towards that bag will change. What's the difference? Your thoughts. The moment I gave an information, but all bag is bag at the end of the day. It's your mind. Your emotions are real, I agree, but you can program it. I will end with this story. Like I said, there's so many things to cover. My wife almost didn't marry me. She will share some of her story tomorrow. She almost didn't marry me. Why? Because she said she didn't want to marry an Igbo man. say Igbo men are very arrogant. Have you been where Igbo men are picking phone call before? Everybody there joins the conversation. They don't care who you are going to participate. I'm Igbo, so I know what I'm talking about. She said number 2, she didn't want to marry a hairy man. Because she's a bit hairy. Like she marries another hairy man, everybody will be, all our children will be hairy. And truly, if you see our son, you know what she was talking about. If you see our son that is still 6 years old. 5, 7. Then lastly, she said she don't want to marry a pastor. Because she knows the demand of being a pastor's wife. Those are all the things she had in her head. Guess what God needed her to do? Was exactly all those things. There are some of you here, because of how you've programmed your mind, you are missing on good opportunities to marry someone. Because some men have told themselves, I must marry a slim girl. Let me ask you, hope you know it was an acquired taste. You programmed that idea. And it's not even your fault from when you were born. Have you seen any cartoon that is fat? As in a major actor, the major character in most characters. It's even nowadays that they're doing. Those days when we were young, all major characters, slim, tall, pointed nose. Then you move from cartoon, you start watching teenage movies. All the stars in teenage movies, slim. Then you start watching musical videos as you grow older. All the dancers, slim. Then you start watching beauty pageant. All the winners, slim. Then you start watching fashion show. All the models. So what do you... You're going to grow up thinking that slim is the idea of beauty. And everybody here, not everybody, but the experienced people here know that those women that have body small. I mean, I'm going the wrong direction again. I don't know why this church is dragging me in the wrong place.